The Rogue Invitational have announced all 10 athletes for the men's and women's competition at this year's Invitational.
It's a slightly different office today, Lazo, different studio.
Yeah, we're in the car today. We're travelling for the next couple of weeks. Up in Scotland this week, then we've got a family holiday in Turkey. But we are going to try and keep on top of what's going on in the strongman world. We're just going to be in different places.
Yeah, we're going to be all over the place. But today,
hopefully the new mics gives them a good chance to work out, and hopefully it's coming across nice and clear.
Okay, so we're going to start today's news looking at the 10 athletes that have been announced for both the men's and women's Rogue Invitational 2024.
To start off with, we've got Evan Singleton from the USA. Thomas Evans coming back for his second Rogue Invitational. Bobby Thompson, also from the USA. He's coming back to the Rogue Invitational. So a new athlete for the Rogue Invitational is Tristan Hoth from Canada, just placed 5th at World's Strongest Man. And another man who's doing exceptionally well in big competitions over the last couple of years, Matt Ragg. The former champion Alexei Novikov, he's going to be in Aberdeen for the Rogue. And then we've got the spicy Stoltmans, Luke and Tom, both getting an opportunity to do a huge show in front of a home crowd. Luke Stoltman, the current Europe's Strongest Man, and big brother, 3-time World's Strongest Man winner, and second place at the Rogue Invitational, Tom Stoltman, will be in Aberdeen.
Younger brother.
Big brother. The current Rogue Invitational champion, Mitch Hooper, is back to defend his title. And lots of people are excited for this one. The return of Thor Bjornsson. He's never competed at the Rogue Invitational before. Made his return to the Arnolds earlier in this year. And he looked good with a couple of weaknesses. Have those weaknesses progressed enough for him to be a contender for the title?
Now, I must say, I was surprised, but pleasantly so, to see both Matt Ragg and Tristan Hoth on this lineup this year. Because historically, it usually takes a year or two to get that sort of cut through with Rogue, doesn't it? But these two have, they're straight in there.
It does. It shows Rogue are constantly looking and kind of listening. They are a company that seem to want to grow the sport, which is, from my point of view, always nice to see. I know the fans appreciate it. They've made a couple of mistakes before. I guarantee this year it's going to be so good. I mean, most of the Rogue comps have been absolutely incredible. Looking forward to this competition. I think it's going to be a great battle. Tom's looking great. Mitch is looking great. Thor looks ridiculously strong in his training. Is his pressing up to standard? That's going to be the big question I think a lot of people will have, particularly when we find out the events. But we've also got the Shore Classic coming up soon, which is going to really show us who is looking the best right now.
And I was going to say, I mean, obviously I hope this isn't the case, but I do feel the Shore Classic, Strongest Man on Earth, 8 events, most brutally heavy competition of the year. It's high injury risk, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, and we'll go into the women's side of things in a minute, but one of my athletes has been announced as the reserve for Rogue Invitational, and I said take it, because there's a high chance that someone is going to get hurt before then, and also it's just good to network and kind of be involved with these type of people and show that you're easy to work with. Because that's just as important as being good these days. You know, you do need to be easy to work with to get those opportunities. But yeah, I think it's going to be an amazing comp. Should we go through the women as well?
Yes. So kicking off the women's lineup, then we have Hannah Lindsay, who's a former podium finisher at the Arnold Strongwoman Classic. A regular on the Arnold Strongwoman Classic scene, Melissa Peacock's doing this competition. Recently placing second at North America's Strongest Woman, Sam Bellevue. The 3-time World's Strongest Woman, Donna Moore. We have the winner of the North America's Strongest Woman, Ines Karaskilo. We have the Ukrainian tank, Olga Lyshuk. Now 2-time World's Strongest Woman, Rebecca Roberts will be at Rogue, as will 2018's World's Strongest Woman, Andrea Thompson. Winner of this year's Arnold UK and the current women's deadlift world record holder, Lucy Underdown's competing, as is the winner of this year's Arnold Strongwoman Classic, Angelica Jardine.
Yeah, another amazing lineup. Just cannot wait to watch this contest. The women have been putting some amazing shows on over the last few years. And you know what I was talking about, taking the reserve spot? It was only a few years ago that Rebecca took the reserve spot at the Arnolds.
Yes.
And look what she's gone on and done since then. So sometimes you just got to take those opportunities. We have said that Nicole Jenrich from Australia definitely a worthy contender to be invited to these competitions. It is still harder on the women's side to kind of get your name in there,
through, yeah.
just because there's less competitions. But we will keep putting out people's names if we believe they deserve an opportunity, because we follow the sport maybe a little bit more than some other people, and we want people to take notice, even if it just means they go and look at some of their results and look at some videos of them training. It can only be good for the future.
So we briefly alluded to it just then in the lineups, but last weekend was North America's Strongest Man and North America's Strongest Women competitions. And very, very happy to announce that the winner of the men's competition was none other than Maxim Boudreau.
He absolutely dominated it as well.
Yes, he did
Huge
really well.
win. Good to see Maxim back to his best. Obviously, he's had a few injuries, been a bit unlucky. And, sometimes you do have to go away and put the work in, and super proud of him. It's obviously motivated him. He's put the work in. Amazing performance. Congratulations, buddy. It's good to see you back.
And he was up against some really good competition there as well, in the form of Lucas Hatton, who's America's Strongest Man right now, Tristan Hoth, who placed 5th at World's Strongest Man this year.
The lineup is always tough there.
Yeah.
There were some good athletes. Did you see Lucas Hatton's log lift?
Yes, the 211 kilos, yes.
He is someone that I wouldn't mind seeing at the log lift world championships. Yes. That's a guy that certainly he's got the American record within sight, I would think.
Yeah.
I mean, he made 211 look super easy. Can't wait to see him compete as well at the Shaw Classic in a few weeks.
Yeah, and another big log lifter. And she did go for a new world record. Unfortunately, missed it on the day. Ines won the women's competition.
She is an amazing athlete. Always someone that, just gives 100%. And she's starting to really rack up some great results and win major competitions now.
And like Ines, she literally gives 100%. She leaves parts of herself out on that competition floor often, doesn't she?
She does, and I think that's why people can, like her.
Yeah.
You love seeing that effort, and sometimes things go wrong, and we've seen the mistakes. But when she gets it right, she is a supreme athlete.
So also this week, Giants Live have announced the events for the World Open, which this year is taking place in Birmingham. It's been in Cardiff the last couple of years. And this year it includes the Log Lift World Championship instead of the Deadlift World Championship, which it previously sort of included.
Yep.
So all a little bit confusing, but it's taking place on the 7th of September. They're opening with the max log lift. Then we have a sandbag toss. We have the axle deadlift for reps. We have an arm-over-arm truck pull, which I'm excited to see.
It's a little different for a Giants Live.
Yeah. And then finally, they are finishing on the power stairs this time. And I always appreciate that slight mix-up. I mean, usually the stones are almost a given, not to be rude to anyone else, but when Tom Stockman's competing, which I should point out he isn't here, but when he is, the stones are almost a given. So I do like the slight change up with the power stairs.
This is a very different set of events really for Giants Live, which is cool to see.
And I don't think it makes predictions that easy. I mean, if we look at a couple of the big names that we've got in this lineup, Alexei Novikov's doing it, Mitchell Hooper, Evan Singleton, Ian Bibby's over for the log. I don't know if he's intending to do the full competition there. Maxime Boudreau, I think he's got some amazing events here. Power stairs, throwing, arm over arm. He's really good at these. Great log lifter too.
Yeah, very much.
So I don't think it's that obvious who might win this competition.
Especially with so many other competitions happening as well. You kind of, you've got to be selective, as we've said before.
And then there's a couple of like Andre Foytu's here. He had an amazing showing at Europe's Strongest Man this year, doing some events
and
we had never seen.
He's a great log lifter as well.
Yes, exactly. So I think it's going to be an exciting competition. Lots of possibilities.
Tickets available for it?
Yes, tickets are available. I will include a link in the description below. Right, I think we can start. Cool. Do you want to start wrapping up?
Right, guys, once again, apologies for not being in the normal studio, but hopefully everything...
Maybe the people prefer
Yeah,
this.
well, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We have got a busy couple of weeks, but we are going to try and keep updated with what's going on in the world of Strongman, keep a few videos coming out there. We're off to train now, so found a nice gym up in Scotland where we are, so we're going to both go and get a quick workout. And let us know your thoughts on all the subjects, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy.
Smile away, baby.
No, I'm keeping my hands on here.
Not you.